Welcome back, everybody. We are back here at Collateral Damage today. We're going to talk about all the fun, random stuff I'm going to speak about from my mind because we all like sitting here listening to me talking about crazy stuff going through my brain. It's wonderful, guys. It's wonderful. Now it's been 15 seconds, which means fuck. Yes, let's go. No, but guys, man, I'm letting y'all know I'm tired. I'm really tired. Work is kicking my butt. I just remembered why. Because I only had one fucking day off after doing 5 days straight, and then I am doing another 5 days, and I think I finally get my Monday and Tuesday off. Oh no, my Wednesday and Thursday. But man, I hope y'all are doing alright. I hope y'all have enjoyed my shorts. I hate shorts with a fucking passion. It's just, I just don't do them. I just don't care for them too much. Personally speaking, I like long form content so I can explain things and, but you know how it goes. If you've been here long enough, you know how it goes. First thing was actually going to be, I was actually going to say some. Um, I just ate like two pieces of pizza, big one, so I'm sorry. I don't really promote this that much. I should, but y'all need to go out and please support me. I'm not monetarily, just go support me. It's, like subscribe to my Bitchute and my Rumble. And technically you could do my locals, but that one's kind of no offense, that one's kind of dead. If we're being real honest, no one's joined that one, so I might delete that one. Nope. I need to save some of those videos. I might like figure something out with that. Delete some part of it and then just redo it. Regardless, please join my Rumble and my BitChute. They're both at my BitChute is actually Collateral Damage 1, so capital C, capital D. I don't know if I'll have a link underneath in the description because I'm bad at links. Literally, like I'm bad unless it's really just the URL. Because I usually put in the URL code. I think is what I do. Which if that's what it is, or the HTTPS // or semicolon whatever that is, the URL code. That's what I usually put down. But sometimes that doesn't necessarily work. Like well, but regardless, go follow me on those two, please. It's because it's the same thing. I will say the BitChute has different videos slightly than what my Rumble is, because my Rumble is connected to my account here, so you'll see all the same videos. Not too much different. My sadly my BitChute has less videos because they can only handle 2 GB videos, and most of my videos are more than 2 GB. If you haven't noticed. But at the same time, eventually I might pull out some. I might pull out some videos eventually. Who knows at what time? During for Rumble, because I don't know. I like Rumble. Rumble's really good. It's a very good alternative to YouTube, and I'm sorry. I want you guys to do that. One, just in case, because like everyone else has been saying and been doing the same thing, we have to be careful now. Certain subjects you can't even talk about on YouTube now, apparently. And Rumble and BitChute are good places to just make sure you have all my stuff out there. Because Rumble is technically auto syndicated, so whatever happens on YouTube for the last, God, like 6 months, whatever you happen there, it goes to Rumble. So Rumble has everything. So if you want to see all my videos, do that. It'll be perfectly fine. It's I don't trust YouTube. It's just YouTube is YouTube. You know how it is. But with that, God, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Today's just tired. But I want y'all to do that because, like I said, the situations in life, situations of YouTube are just slowly devolving down. I'm worried that YouTube, for me personally, has become a point of. I do plan on still doing videos here. Don't get me wrong, but it would be good to have people from other places join at YouTube or vice versa, because clearly there is a sort of, how would we say, a sort of shadow following my account almost. When I say that, I feel like, now maybe I don't make good content. Maybe that is true. Maybe I'm just a bad content creator. I don't care. The point is, eventually, even if you have semi bad content, well, not even that, but if you just, like, my content's kind of mediocre. But a lot of people have also said, I'm not trying to toot my own horn here, but a lot of people have commented, man, you should have a lot more followers than you do. Like, you have a lot of, like, good ways of doing things, more or less, more or less. But, like, your content's pretty good, your content's pretty fun, but I only have 50 followers, and I only recently got to 50 in the last 2 weeks. And that was only because I, like, shoved shorts out into the damn abyss. Like, I just minigunned shorts, just went straight through as many as I could, just because apparently that does help. It does, because it sends out to more people. It's quicker, it's a better way. But when I do it, I say stuff about topics that people don't want to hear. But I also don't know what to do shorts on. One that was, I really did like, was I did a song from South Park, and my God, people liked that one. Well, watched it, ironically, even though it's weird because shorts can have secondary lives. You know what I mean? On YouTube, when you create a short, you usually can sometimes pull a good 12 hours. You could sometimes pull amazing 12 hours. You know, get almost 1,000 within 12 hours. But then sometimes by like the second day, another spur of just, ooh, it jumps up. That's what happened to that one. It like spurred, or one of them, one of my recent shorts spurred up once to like 100 people saw it. Then it kind of stopped for like a few hours, and then it spurred up again. I think it was the to like 300 or 400. And I'm like, oh, that's great. I appreciate it. It's just weird to see it. I'm just saying it's interesting, but I also feel like, well, no offense, guys, but please subscribe. It does, one, it makes me feel better. It does. It makes me feel better, and it makes me feel like I'm actually doing something good. If you review it, that is good. But if you subscribe, it makes it actually, I can actually see that, oh, you actually want to see more of it. I will say that's kind of how it goes. I also have a goal to have a certain amount of subscribers, because the more subscribers, the more things I'll be able to, more of my message or more of my things I'll be able to give out to those. Because for some people, because remember, guys, if you, I'm not blaming this on you guys. I'm just saying that YouTube goes by the views, the impressions, and stuff like that. And if a certain amount of subscribers are subscribed, notified, and given, and pushed, and possibly watch it, it will then possibly push it out further. Subscribers are kind of a key gate for views and for videos to go out and see people. Because if it goes to you, there's a chance that YouTube will go, okay, now I'm going to send it somewhere else. But if a viewer doesn't get a notification of it because they're not a subscriber, there's a good chance they won't see it. I'm just saying, guys, if you subscribe, it does help. It does truly help. If you wanna not put on major notifications, it would be like personalized, so it's like one or whatever. That's fine. That's perfectly fine. Please do. But if you at least subscribe, one, it shows me you care. You want to actually watch my stuff. And remember, I do appreciate you all, you guys, girls, whatever, whatever. I actually need to look at that now. I need to see how many people watch my stuff and who's what. Because it used to be there were more, it always was more boys versus girls, but there was a lot of girls watching my stuff, which, hey, I appreciate it. I hope you don't get too offended, but you know how that goes. All I'm saying is, oh, so this is a video just to try and reiterate my things for my viewers audience. And this is a rehashing of my channel, or not rehashing, but like rehashing for you, the new people, just in case. Um, for anyone out there, if you ever see me, if you ever see me talk about a subject, any of them, and you see me get a certain way, that's just me. I guess you would say hyping it up in my own head when I'm speaking, especially when it comes to certain topics. Because in reality, like if you actually met me and started talking about these subjects, I would never go like, "Oh man, they deserve to be in the kitchen or they need to be in the kitchen." No, I will joke about it. Don't get me wrong. I'll make fun of it. Absolutely, 100%. I will make a lot of jokes about it. But I don't actually believe a woman is supposed to just forever stay in the kitchen. No, if you want to get a job, go for it. If you want to stay in the kitchen, go for it. You know what? I would love to learn how to cook. I also love cleaning. And for anyone out there going, "Oh, that's fucking gay," I'm going to be like, no, it's actually really fun because one, you find stuff you never knew you had. And then two, it's good to clean because one, dust destroys your technology. For any of y'all who didn't know, dust can actually really mess up your technology if you just have it sitting there. So screw you guys. You want to know why everything's overheating? That. Three, you find stuff you didn't know you had, or maybe you forgot. You can find money. I've done that. And it's also just, cathartic or therapeutic to clean, like everything good, nice and organized. I'm also kind of a semi organized in a very specific way in my head. Let me put it like that. But I like to clean sometimes. It's good. I like seeing, because also I like to pressure wash. It's kind of like that. It's cathartic or it's therapeutic. It's really good to see something just like not permanent, but almost semi-permanent be clean, and that's it. It's like an immediate satisfaction. That's why. But I don't believe a woman should be forced to stay in the kitchen or stay at home. I'll make fun of it. Don't get me wrong. I will probably offend a lot of people saying stuff, but I don't actually believe that. Things about now there are some things I do believe that y'all will probably get mad at, which I do believe. It was actually a short that some people really, man, they got real mad about it. This one guy really got like, you shouldn't care about a woman's past. And I'm like, wow, man, 1944 was a really good time, right? Everyone was having fun. And no, it's not the same. It's not the same. It's like comparing apples to oranges. But the argument for me personally is regardless of now, because I think it's like this. Because the way I see it is this: regardless if it's your body count, your past, your mental state, history in general, previous actions have consequences, and it also shows you who you are, and it also shows history. History sometimes and almost always repeats itself. It also shows a pattern that comes in history, science, math, sex, sexual partners, humans, human interactions, human growth. Almost everything has a history and a pattern of sometimes going over, especially the humans. We do it. It's called procreation. That's the pattern. We keep making more of us. But one of the things of history that people kind of forgot is that I think if someone has, another reason why is because if you have too much sex, too much, which is legitimate, you can destroy your oxytocin kind of neuronic, how would we say, chemical balance. When I say about that is that you will destroy the ability to pair bond. You cannot actually legitimately be attracted to someone in a way of being like, I like him as a person, or you could not pair with them and be like, hey, you're my partner. I'm pretty sure my oxytocin thing is fried. I'm pretty sure. Not because I had sex. I'm pretty sure that's more of a FAS baby problem or fast baby problem. Fetal alcohol syndrome baby. Yay, mama drank. When I was in her tummy, I'm adopted. So yeah, if you didn't know. And I know this looks all fucking gay, but whatever the hell. But that's the thing. A lot of people don't realize that, and that's why a lot of guys, also most guys just legitimately, not legitimately, but just think in their head, oh, she's had 20 partners and she's only 20? Disgusting. And I'm sorry, because every guy knows it is easy for a woman to have sex. It's easy. You walk up to anyone, you say, hey, you want to have sex? The odds are you probably get it. Odds are. If I was a betting man, for a man to get sex, yeah. To just even think about like how to get sex, let alone if you even have a chance to talk to someone to try, if you even know someone, Some of us guys don't go out enough to even try to know someone. I work too much to literally even try to interact with people to have sex if I wanted to. There was one person at work actually though. Regardless, that's a different situation. The issue is that if I try to go out and talk to a girl, ask her, "Hey, let's hang out, let's have sex," probably a no go, possibly jail. You see what I'm getting at? But for a girl, I'm sorry, if you go to a bar and you're old enough, boom, I'm pretty sure you could take a man home, or a man could take you home. That's all I'm saying. History matters. And history says that if you've had a certain amount of bodies long enough and you keep doing this action repeatedly, I can assume that by repetitive patterns or repetition that it will keep going, regardless of how old you are. If there's a reason why they say you can't turn a hoe into a housewife, because your personality does not change. Yes, there are certain characteristics or certain things in the personality that do change over time, but those are more like subtle little things that are like maybe your patience or I don't know, certain other things like you might mature a little bit, but your general personality won't change. I will never not be crazy funny. That's funny. Oh, he thought he was a comedian. I get it. But I will always be comedic. Always. Probably until I'm 80. Lord forbid I don't even want to be that old if I'm being quite honest. I don't want to live here that long. I don't know how the world's going. But history and patterns exist and you have to look at them. If someone had a certain action or pattern of a certain action that is deemed kind of negative to them if they don't do it in moderation, such as having too many sexual partners, I believe that is a concerning red flag. You can hate me all you want. The reason why it doesn't go the same for a man is because it takes so much more effort for a man to get sex. Now, if you can say, oh, I get with guys who say they've had a lot of body counts, of course, you got for the top 10%. The top 10% can do whatever they want. They are the top 10. Everyone wants them. For them, it's easy. But for the bottom 90% of men that exist, yeah, we don't get that. Regardless, that's a separate situation we need to talk about later because that's just, I don't want to get into that too much. But regardless, another subject I was talking about today is that I've been looking at the news, looking at, politics, cause diving into that shit. We are going down a rabbit hole I do not think we can come out of. I'm sorry. I've been watching Tim Pool, been watching The Quartering. You can hate me. You can call me a red wing, whatever. I'm not. I'm a middle. I don't care about. When I say I don't care about politics, you do whatever. It hasn't affected me yet. Personally speaking, I'm not gonna lie. It hasn't. Taxes have though, and fuck your taxes. God damn it. Y'all be taking all my shit. I'm supposed to get a $720 paycheck every week, but about 200 of that goes the hell away because of taxes. I get it. But to be fair, though, are your taxes truly being used for the right reasons? No, they're not whatsoever. Promise you, there's a lot of roads that could be built rather than sending it to Ukraine. But hey, to each their own. God, that's why I feel like you should itemize our receipts for your taxes. Say that if you take my taxes, you have to show me what you used it on. And if I deem it a thing that I do not want you to use my taxes for, I just say, nope, you got to use it for something else. I can select what you use my own taxes on. That would be a far more complex system, but I feel like that would work a little bit. But yeah, we're about to send like 20% of all your taxes that we took out to like Ukraine. Nope, don't do that. Send it to the roads. Send it to fucking teachers. God, no, that sounds, I don't know. Regardless, like I don't know much about all that shit. Regardless. In general, one, censorship is becoming a major fucking problem. Like COVID, the vaccine, everything that we knew, just naturally speaking, we knew was true. But we got censored and all that crap. That was fun. Remember that, guys? When you couldn't speak about the truth because people didn't want to hear about it. And I'm not trying to be mean, but we all know society, tech, news, all these things, media, all tried to say one thing that we all know was false. We all knew it, or we at least knew there was a better alternative. I call it natural immunity. But wow, did we only learn about that like a few weeks ago, apparently? Because apparently, like a few weeks ago, the CDC came out and said, yeah, it seems like natural immunity is pretty damn good. And I'm just over here like, yeah, fucking biology told me that years ago. At no point, because remember, it's a vaccine, it's not a cure. There is no cure for COVID. There is no cure because it's a virus. You can't cure a virus. They are too complex. They mutate too quickly, and they're I wouldn't say far more dangerous. There are certain aspects of a virus that are better and worse than bacteria. I think bacteria spreads faster and can viruses mutate to a very dangerous degree, as well as bacteria, but bacteria I think can grow naturally, or not naturally, can grow faster or spread a little bit better. Viruses are more, I can't remember. Viruses are far more, oh no, viruses I think are far more wild. Bacteria can be smarter in a sense, I think. Like bacteria can actually like very well pinpoint certain things, while viruses are far more, I think, wild and just kind of go whichever. I think you can please tell me in below. I can't remember. I'm not a what is it, virology, um, epidemiologist. I can't. I don't study viruses. I do know that bacteria like specialize in one thing, and viruses do. But bacteria, I think, can have a cure, or you can have something that can actually truly kill it off. Viruses, you can't. But I do think. Well, I think the only way you can technically kill any of them is if you truly killed and burned the last thing that it was ever, like the last bit of it, wherever it is, if you burned it. Because if you burn it, you turn it to CO2 and that's it. It's dead. I don't know though. Fire is the greatest purifier. Exactly. Outside of that though, censorship is major. We all know now that big tech, government collusion existed. We all knew this. We all knew that our government would do this, or at least most of us knew. It was like, yeah, that's possible. But if you said anything about it, you were deemed a horrible person. You were deemed a racist and a transphobe for thinking that people would actually, that the government would actually try and collude with big tech to censor certain stories. No, we just call that history. Because if any of y'all didn't know about 1941, go back and look. Germany was a great place. It's just funny because you think, no offense, but you think America is like pure and couldn't do these other things that other countries have done. No, that is the complete opposite. We are the one of the most powerful countries, meaning that we also have probably one of the easiest, well, not easiest, but one of the most biggest ways of corruption that we could create. One of the biggest places of corruption, one of them. If they ever so really fell down that rabbit hole. I don't think it's like super bad, but at the same time, Democrats are in, president. So we're all gonna die. And I can say that because y'all have opinions about Republicans all the time. And I'm not even a Republican, but I'm still gonna at least be like, hey, if you want to say something bad about them, I'm gonna say something bad about you. And I'm in the middle, motherfucker. I just want to watch it all burn because the right has their issues, the left has theirs, and I'm just like, I don't care. Let me play my fucking video games. That's all I care. Just make it cheaper, so I just make video games cheaper and certain electronic parts cheaper, so I don't have to fucking worry about buying things so out of the blue expensive that I'm just like, you know what, screw it. Doesn't matter. We're all gonna go into like a economic collapse soon. Doesn't matter. There was the SVD or SVC, something like that, or SDC, something like that. Some big bank. Oh, some Southern Valley in California or somewhere like that. Yeah, it broke down. So one of the biggest banks that we have, I think, in America, fucking got like something. They went down, is the best way of putting it. So a lot of shit's going down. So so the economy is about to just go well. This is what happens. We have a potato for a prince or a king, whatever you want to call him. Hey, Vice President Joe Biden. Regardless, see the biggest issue of all of it is that you cannot even do anything nowadays without like going to court or something like that. I've never been. Well, I've been to like a traffic court, but like nowadays the world has gone to a point where everyone sues everyone else, which right now I think is a good idea only because there's clearly a side, the left. There's clearly a side that's been doing a lot of illegal shit and not being punished for it, because last time I remember, if you commit illegal activities, you will be prosecuted at the highest form of law, and that you will then be persecuted and you will be convicted if, proven guilty of it, which we know is true. I'm sorry, but when you say that not in the Second Amendment, like all amendments are not absolute, I'm sorry. Last time I remember, that is treason against the Americans or United States. So, and the American people. So, impeachment, anybody? We can impeach Trump for being, a rude motherfucker. But someone actually saying something like, oh, the Constitution isn't real, or at least it doesn't have to be abided by. I'm sorry. We can't play this game anymore. You cannot sit there and tell me to my face, he's a great guy. You say that, I might punch you. I'm sorry. I might. Just because I don't like ignorant stupidity. My one of the greatest things that pisses me off about people is that people sometimes go so low for the bar that they do not wish to actually truly see the world in a certain way. And like I said, I think all the MAGA people, not necessarily the best people on the planet sometimes, but the same thing with the Democrats. They're not good people either, neither are the fucking Republicans. But I do think some of them, or one of the sides, has more when I say progressive, I mean things that will progress society to a beneficial state, not one that makes them all inclusive. I don't want equality because equality can't exist. God damn it. The world, the universe is not equal. Nothing in the universe is made equal. Because if it was, it would be so bland and boring. That's all the suns look the same. All the planets look the same because they're all equal. They're all because people don't think that equal means the same. Treated, existing, everything. So that would literally just be a black and white paste of just stars that would look so boring. Same thing in the universe, but nothing is equal in the universe. There's a possibility somewhere out there that you would find two suns truly being the same, every diameter, every, what is it called? Every single degree of whatever, like perfectly equal. But that is so improbable, or like improbable, that it's just like you might as well just call them unique regardless. But yes, in the universe there is a chance that there's one thing equal to another. Possible, but it's so improbable. There's no point in trying. There's no point in trying. Same thing with us humans. None of us are equal, because if we are, there'll be a lot of people looking like me, and I'll be weirded out. But we're not. You don't look like me, so you're not equal to me. Are we equal in the sense that we should be treated with respect as a human being? Yes. Should I treat you the same way I treat everyone else, though? No, because I don't know you that well. I don't know who you are. We're probably not that good of friends yet. I don't know what your history is. I don't know if you're a good person to hang out with. Because if I treat you like I treat everyone else, or I also treat your situation like everyone else, one, I'm gonna be an asshole because, well, that's what I am. I'm an asshole to everybody. But I'm like the funny, nice asshole. Like I'll be mean to you in a very fun, comedic way that we all give it a laugh out of it. I don't actually ever try to make you feel bad, but some people might take that too far. Or some people might get too hurt about it. Regardless, sorry. Some of these politics just are generally better for society. I'm sorry, I do think they are. I think that some of the more Republican, I had some of the well, maybe not even their ideologies. Look, let me put it very simply: the party that doesn't fuck kids, yeah, or support it at least, yeah, I'm going for them. Yeah, the ones who don't increase inclusivity for people who fuck kids and groom them and use them as, cannon fodder for really bad ideologies. Yeah, I'm going with that one. I'm sorry. Actually, I'm not sorry for that one because you tell me, yeah, yeah, join our group. All right, what does your group entail? Oh, well we open up to kids about our personal sexual lives, and we teach them about certain things, especially that are exceptionally sexual, BDSM stuff like that. I will punch you in the face. You ever tell me like if you're just an adult that goes to a random kid and you tell them about your personal sexual life, I should beat you up for what is it, for, well, was it technically it'll be what, a sexual misdemeanor to a minor? I'm sorry. You cannot, under the law, as an adult above 18 or 18 and above, you cannot talk to a child below the age of 18 about sexual content at all. The only one that I know about that is, even when I say, and it's not sexual because it's biology. Like biology classes are an exception because you have to learn about the biology of men and women. And I'm sorry, but we're not going to include all the exceptions on there. So we're not going to be inclusive because that doesn't really change anything. Because if we talk about a male's genitals, okay, so we just learned about what men might do to each other. Like, well, that's the male genitalia? Okay, then. That's all you need to know. If a male and a male get together, okay, congrats. Here's the female genitalia. Woman and woman get together, figure it out. But to then start going into depth with children about what they do with each other, no, that's no. Now, from personally speaking, we never had that growing up. I didn't have that class of like, oh, this is, well, if I did, I already knew about it, so I don't remember. I already knew about sex, so fun stuff. But it's just one of those things like, now this was also in high school. This was like, I was like, I think by that time I was at least 16, 7, I was 17. So like by that time I was already, knowledgeable about sex and stuff, or some stuff. That's fine. That's a little better if you want to really teach someone about that. But we're talking about teachers and opening up to like below the age of 10. Like 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You do that at all? Last time I remember, you talk to any kid like that about anything sexual, you go to prison. That's a federal offense with, I think, what, minimum of 5 years to, like, I don't know. I don't know what they are, but I just know I don't like society right now because certain amount of people are really trying to groom kids, and I ain't for it. And you can say whatever you want At no point will you saying I talk to kids in this manner will make me want to be friends with you. There is no argument for I talk to kids about sexual things. I don't care if it's about inclusivity, it's about love. I don't give a damn. You want to know why? Because love includes sex. Huh? And you can be like, no, you can still talk about love without it. Then why don't y'all? Why don't y'all? Because all I ever hear about with your group, no offense, LDHD TV group, I'm sorry, all I ever hear y'all talk about is sex. I do not hear about love and relationship. I do not hear it. I do not hear about anything outside of sex. Because that's all y'all give a shit about. Now, some of y'all, yes, y'all actually probably do care legitimately about, like, let's just, but that's the thing. Y'all probably aren't going out to kids talking to them about it. You're going to talk to your friends who are your age, who are probably adults legally. At no point does anyone above 18 talk to a kid. No one. No one. Unless it's their parent or a teacher that is proper, someone of authority that is, a good person. But outside of that, no. Stay away from the children. God damn it. Either way, guys, I hope y'all enjoyed. I'm sorry that one kind of turns into like a mix match or whatever the hell we're doing. I think it was fun. Sorry though, I do have a very. It's just one of those things where, but it's the reason why I'm so mad about that subject is because when I was a kid, I was always I wasn't a pedophile. Don't I was always told about pedophiles exist. Grooming was a thing. I also learned very quickly that like a lot of people always told me the moment you turn 18, you do not talk to anyone below your age because you go to prison, which is funny because now no one goes to prison for doing grooming and pedophilic things. Yes, they do, but not we don't hear about it as much. Or some people are allowed to do it more so now. It's creepy. Regardless, it's just children are innocent. You do not take that away until, sadly, if they're 16 and they legally start to and they want to ask questions, then okay, sure, fuck it. All right, but that still doesn't require the whole transgender thing. Just no. Regardless, guys, I hope y'all enjoy. See me in the next video. I'll see y'all in the next video. Please go like, comment, share, subscribe to my Rumble, BitChute, Locals. They're all under collateral damage, except for BitChute is under collateral damage 1. All of them probably look the same with a capital C, capital D. Otherwise, I hope y'all enjoy, and I'll see y'all in the next one. Peace.